day, man, oh man, has been doing morning pages. That's words, that's English. I've been helpful. Doing morning pages has been helpful. Today, I actually talked myself down from a higher level of anxiety in my morning pages, which was really crazy. I'm noticing that I'm having a lot of anxiety lately, and it's actually expressing itself in physical symptoms, which explains a couple of things. It explains why I have been just so perturbed at the world. I don't even want to say angry. It's just like, and if you've been watching my vlogs consecutively, you know that this is something I've been dealing with hormonally for like a couple days now. But like, it's just like a perturbance of like, ugh, I don't even want to deal with this. More like a grump than like an actual legitimate anger, right? But it explains that, but it also explains some physical symptoms I've noticed I've been having because I let my brain do the things. So I'll notice that I'll have like what feels like shortness of breath or something. And then I start to panic because of course, your first thought is, oh no, do I have COVID? Without fail. Anybody else have the single symptom that could be allergies? I'm an asthmatic, y'all. It could be a Tuesday and I could have a slight problem with my breathing or be a little bit more congested or anything like that. And I automatically go to, oh, I have COVID every time. So I have learned, I have the, I don't want to say common sense enough, but I have the disconnect enough from my anxiety in the moment to switch to logic mode. So the first thing I'll do if I'll be like, oh, I have shortness of breath, I can't breathe, I will stop and I go, wait, and I'll go, okay, nasal passages are clear, lung passages are clear, you can in fact breathe, it's not bad, chill out. What's next? And I've managed to be able to do that. Today I noticed that my heart rate was up and I couldn't breathe, but then I stopped and I was like, no, you can breathe. So what's going on? And then I started my morning pages and I started journaling about how, I'm not even annoyed, how sad I was, because I'm thinking about the holidays. We're getting ready for holiday travel and Christmas and Thanksgiving and all of those things. And I acknowledged earlier in the year just how sad I was that since we've moved from Chicago, I haven't been able to enjoy a holiday season in my own home. And because we've been leaving, right? We've been leaving. And it makes me sad because that is such like, the seasonal living of fall and winter are such important things to me and things that I enjoy so much. And because we left Chicago, we have to travel for both holidays. And that means that like, if the timing doesn't work out right, there's no point in decorating for the holidays. So for the last 2 years, I haven't been able to decorate for Christmas and enjoy all of these like homebody things that relate to holidays, right? And it's been making me very sad. And I was journaling today and I actually acknowledged the importance of finding joy in the journey regardless of what moment that means I'm in right now. So like understanding, and I told myself this, like there will come a time, hopefully in the not too distant future, but maybe not in the next year or 2 years or 5 years, but there will come a time when we will be more stationed permanently, where we will have the opportunity to maybe host holidays and stay home for holidays instead. Maybe we'll end up moving to Chicago or moving to Florida or doing something where we have a big enough house where we can host family members for the holidays every other year or something like that. Like this is entirely a possibility. In the next year or 5 years, probably not. But I found comfort in knowing that like my time for being able to enjoy these things again will come, even if it's not immediately. And in the meantime, it is my job to find joy in the journey of the season that I am in. And right now that season means traveling. Right now that season means embracing Christmas time at my grandparents' house, which every year that I go and do that, which every year, I mean, we've done it, what, twice? Or I guess once so far. And, but we've seen, my grandfather has had the house decorated for Christmas by the time we've gotten there for Thanksgiving too. And, so just like finding the joy and like going and sitting by my grandfather's Christmas tree, which is the most gorgeous Christmas tree I've ever seen. And, being able to embrace Christmas at his house instead of at mine, and enjoying the fact that like maybe we'll get to go pick out a Christmas tree in Florida this year. We missed the boat on that last year, but because the Christmas tree shortage last year, we didn't even get a real Christmas tree in Florida last year. So maybe we'll do it again. Maybe we'll do it this year. I don't know. But we can embrace all of the different parts of the season in the journey, in the moment that I'm in right now. I might not have the opportunity to decorate my house, but I do have the opportunity to go buy my favorite Bath and Body Works candle and burn that now if I want to, or burn that once November starts or something. I can take little pieces of things to help give me the vibe that I want now, even though the ultimate reality that I desire might be years off. And that's okay. And for whatever reason, I took so much comfort in that realization today. So whatever it is that you're struggling with, whatever part of the journey, whatever part of longing for this future that you're in, whether it's a weight loss journey, whether you're like, I want to, lose 25 pounds, or sorry, I'm itchy, 25 pounds or 50 pounds or whatever it is. And you focus so hard on the end, what you're going to do when you get there, that you forget to find joy in the journey. Or if you're longing for the right job or the right opportunity to come along, you forget to embrace where you are now. If you know that in 10 years, you're probably not going to live in the same place, but you use that as an excuse to not embrace where you're at right now. I'm telling you in real time that this is a lesson I'm learning and reflecting on, and I urge you to do the same. Make sure whatever journey it is, you are taking time to embrace and take joy in the journey that you're in right now in this moment, even though the best is yet to come. That's my message for you today, friends. Let's go have a Thursday. So while I am waiting for my Verb energy bar, this is my pre-workout for the day, 90 calories, 65 milligrams caffeine. I'm going to continue reading the book that I started this morning. This is How Stella Learned to Talk. This is about the story of Stella and her owner, who are the first people she was the first person to button train her dog. And this is the story of Stella and the process and everything. And I started it this morning, and I'm already, I think, like 60 something pages in. 68, 67 pages in, and I'm loving it. It's an easy read, but it is such a great story, and it's going to prep me really, really well to prepare for teaching Gracie the same thing. And I'm going to show you this app that I got. Because I'm working on, I have a become a reader as a goal next year. Like, I really want to intentionally spend a lot more time reading than I do watching TV, scrolling social media mindlessly, things like that. So I got a book called Bookly, or an app called Bookly. This is what it looks like. It's the pretty blue bee. And this actually lets you, and like I just started using it. I paid for the pro subscription, and it lets you do reminders. It gives you statistics, which of course I only have one day. It gives you pages read so far, time, like all of these reading stats. Really, really cool. And then you actually have a timer. So if I go continue reading, it's going to start timing how long I'm reading. So I leave this app open, and you can do ambient sounds. Like, how cool is this? I might have the volume turned down. You can add words. You could add thoughts. I don't know. I think this is really stinking cool. It keeps track of how many pages you've read. I love this app, and I've only had it for like 4 hours, but it's pretty great. So that's what I'm up to right now. Something you need to know about Gracie is she thinks keep away is the game. Can I have it? She doesn't understand that in order for me to engage with her, she has to give me the toy. Oh, and now we're on another feeding break. This is also a great... She's afraid of the tripod. This is also a very Gracie thing. Apparently, it is called social eating in dogs, and Gracie will only eat food, A, when a member of her pack is in the room. Her pack is me and Eric, by the way. We are her pack, and she frets when one of us is not home. She's going to have a real hard time when Daddy goes back to work. But she will not eat unless we are in the room, and 90% of the time, we have to be actively engaging with her, playing with her. She will occasionally eat if we're both sitting at the table having a meal. She will go and sometimes eat. She's a free feeder, so we don't feed her at specific times of the day. But otherwise, when she's hungry, she will harass us to play with her because for some reason that I don't understand, she will only eat when she has been actively engaged in playtime. So a couple times a day now, I have to be a lot better about getting on the floor, stopping what I'm doing, and engaging with her for about 20 minutes. It will literally only take like 2 throws of a ball sometimes to get her to eat, but she'll eat, like she's doing now, 10 or 15 kibbles, then she'll play a little bit more, then she'll stop and eat again. So in order for her to be satisfied, it's going to take like 20 minutes of my time just sitting here engaging with her, waiting for her to eat. This is what my dog does every single day. Every day. So one of the things I want to do today was actually start my Christmas shopping, which sounds bonkers, but actually Christmas is right around the corner. So I started brainstorming today, harassing my family for lists, especially my family, because my goal is to have the Christmas shopping done. So when we drive through to go to Florida, I can drop off all the Christmas presents so they're there and I don't have to worry about it anymore. Just thinking ahead, trying to plan ahead here. And so as I'm like trying to make lists and like brainstorm, what do I want for certain people and blah, 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 I come upstairs to like start placing a couple of orders and I remember that my Erin Condren seasonal surprise box came with a holiday planner this year, and I don't know how much more of it like I'm gonna actually use. I'm gonna try and flip through and like fill this out for November and December. But it's got like budget stuff. Like we're not hosting the holidays and like the holiday gathering meal plan and stuff. Like that's not going to be important for me specifically because like I said earlier, we're not going to be here. We're not hosting, not yet, but it has holiday, oh, that's too bright. It has holiday gift lists in here, which means it's got like, here's your running list of like friends and family you want to make sure that you actually buy for. And then on the next page, it actually has a little section for each person and you can write down the gifts you got them, how much money you spent on each one of them so you can keep track of your gift budget, which is perfect because I want to start shopping today. So I was just really excited that Erin Condren came in clutch with the thing I didn't know that I needed. It's officially time, y'all. VJs are on. Yes. This is her weird thing. You little weirdo. Anyway. My VJs are on. That's how chilly it is outside. It's 45 degrees. And for Brianna, that means like, might as well be freezing. So I'm in my VJs, getting ready to do our Patreon only Zoom call, which is where every member of the Patreon gets to get together and we get to chit chat about whatever comes up. People can share what they want. We can talk about whatever. I can coach people, whatever they need. So I'm really excited to do that. Okay, oh, this light is just so harsh. There's no graceful way to do light in this office at this hour when it's dark outside. But I just finished the live stream. It's not a live stream, it was a Zoom chat. It was great. We had so many people come and it was a lot of fun. We talked about everything from books to going back to work after quarantine, all the things. It was a lot of fun. And then after the regular chat is done, my coaching clients that are over there for group coaching, so there is a tier of my Patreon that actually has coaching involved. They stayed for extra time and we talked specifically about their coaching questions. And it was just a great 90 minutes of chatting and seeing and hanging out with my Patreon community, and I loved it. Now, I have the video rendering because I do record my Zoom chats so people who missed it can see it, and it'll still only be posted in the Patreon, so don't get any ideas thinking you're gonna watch it. But I posted in the Patreon, and I have tomorrow's video rendering. It has been a day, ladies and gentlemen, and so I'm gonna go and get myself ready for bed, do a little bit more reading, and I will see you tomorrow.